guys? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to my garage, Impact Muscle Garage to be exact. I'm Coach David, and today we're going to be working on Andy's car this time around. So there's been a little bit of thievery going around in the neighborhood. So we're gonna put some wheel locks on his Camaro, on his 2010 SS, and we're also going to. It might take it more than a day. We don't know yet, but we've got some supplies. But those taillights, we've got some afterburner taillights that we're gonna go ahead and try and install. Let's get to it. So for this job, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. All we gotta do is take off 4 lug nuts and replace them with the new wheel locks that Andy bought. All we're gonna need is basically 2 sockets, 1 7/8 and 1 19. So one's gonna break it open, the other one's gonna torque it, and according to the specs, we need to torque it at 100 foot-pounds. So we have these afterburner tail lights that we're going to add to it. And it's an AR Muscle 6.2. It's some Oracle lights. This is the box it came in. We got some silicone, and we're going to try and see how this goes. It looks easy, but I'm sure it's not going to be that simple, that straightforward. It's like a plug, clay, maybe glue, silicone cut, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Okay, so these back covers have a little weird funky tab. Once you pop those out, I'm dropping everything everywhere. That's okay. Where'd they go? Dang it. Apparently we have to disconnect the wiring back here, the bulbs, to the housing, because we're going to take the whole tail light out and hit it with the Dremel, cut them open. So that's what it looks like, guys. Okay, so we got some progress on here. Be careful, guys, when you're taking these off. There's little tabs here everywhere. You can start from the top. On the inside, once the top tabs came out, I kind of had a little bit of lean. I didn't put a screwdriver in here just because I didn't want to break any of these tabs. So what I did is I worked the bottom part of the bezel out too. I just started pushing on it, and it came out. So luckily we didn't break any of those tabs. Looks like we're gonna have a pretty easy time putting them back on. So we lucked out on that part. Having a little trouble with that tail light on the end in there somewhere. And he says there's another tail light in there that he's trying to get out. I goofed. Actually, I drilled a hole through the lens right there. It was supposed to be on the top. So that's where the hole, the 1/4-inch hole, is supposed to go. I don't know why I thought it was there. I guess where it's gonna go. Helpful hint, when you're drilling these holes up here, drill it close to this lens as you can get it. In other words, don't make the hole like up close to here. Bring it back down a little bit, because when you line it up, it tends to want to twist or bend upward towards that hole. So if you make that hole a little bit flusher to this, a little bit closer, without scratching it, you'd be better off. We had to make some of these holes a little bit bigger because that wire was wanting to bend upwards towards here and not want to go on there too good. So. Thing has been quite the adventure. So I pigtailed these two wires off of the tail light. Even though there's two, this one's really short, so I didn't bother. It was just not enough room to reach, so I went off the longest one, and I'm gonna wire both the lights off of this one. So what it ended up being is your black is your ground, and with the tail lights, it's gonna be this one, the brown white, and the green white over here is actually for the brake light. So this is for the parking light, and this one's for the brake light. And on the other side, I tapped into it. What I did was, same thing on the other side, I kind of just scarred each side. And on here, of course, the black is the ground, and the purple on this side is the parking light. And then this yellow one over here is the brake light. So you want to hook it up to the parking light and not the brake light. Otherwise, your afterburners are only going to come on when you hit your brake. So, oh, another thing. It came with clamps like a dummy. I went ahead and made my own. It works the same. Let me show you. Same theory, but what this would have done, these teeth would have clamped onto it without me having to scar this open. And in here, it has a metal connector. So you would have hooked the other side. This piece would go right into it. But of course, this side would go to your capacitors for your LEDs. One on the red and one on the black. I just kind of used what I had, guys. This is getting late and I'm just trying to get it to work. So one of these is the black as the ground, the other one is live. And I'm gonna hook both my LEDs up to this one. Okay, so there you have it, guys. Both sides wired up, ready to go. Got it feeding off the longest pigtail that could reach. Made more sense to just do it off of that one rather than that short one. Why kill myself? And both LED capacitors off of that. They're ready to plug in once we put the tail lights back in. Once the silicone dries is really all that we're waiting for. Hey guys, before you take off, hear me out for just a second. I'm not an expert YouTuber or a professional mechanic, obviously, but I hope that in some small way, the love I have for this encourages and empowers you to also go out and do what you love to do. I don't know why it's difficult or hard for me to ask people for things, so I'm asking for your support. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, and feel free to email me or comment on the video or any other questions you might have for me. Thanks a lot.